रोनक चणक पायल बाजे.
कतर के नंबर वन हिंदी रेडियो स्टेशन यानी कि रेडियो ऑलिव 106.3 एफएम से मैं हूं आरजे विवेक एंड टुडे आई हैव विद मी एन इंडियन सिंगर सॉन्गराइटर हु इज बेस्ड आउट ऑफ बेल्जियम currently in UK. There are a lot of countries that have been involved in this. Kanika, welcome to Radio Olive.
Thank you so much, Vivek. Happy to be here.
Like, you have been in different countries, so how has your music journey been? How did it start? How did it all begin?
Yeah, so it started off, I was born and raised in Belgium to Indian parents. And being raised outside of India meant that we wanted to be raised as Indian as possible. So I'm sure everyone in Qatar can relate as well. So as often as we could, we would go out back home to India. So every summer and winter vacations, my brother and I were shipped off. And we would go visit our grandparents, both in Bombay and in Rajasthan, where we're originally from. And my family had a big role to play because my mom was a trained Kathak dancer. She spent years and years practicing, and even some folk Rajasthani dance she's also studied and learned. So we had that backdrop at home, and at the same time, you know, my dad is really attached to his homeland in Rajasthan. So every morning we woke up listening to Rajasthani music, folk music, or prayer music. And so there was always this context of music going on behind me. My older brother would also be pursuing instruments. He started playing the piano, guitar, and I was like, so impressionable. If the older brother is doing it, I want to do it too. So I would say that's how the seed was planted. So that was growing up. My childhood was pretty much spent between Belgium and India. And then I went across the ocean to America, and I studied at Berklee College of Music. I had a phenomenal experience over there. After that, I went on to LA because I was finding some really good opportunities for me to learn more, experience more, and why not be in the mecca of music in the world. And then over time, I think a lot of opportunities came towards me and drew me towards India as well. So you'll pretty much see me between India and America at any given time. From then on, I knew that this is what I wanted to do. So I think it was pretty early on that I decided.
Of course, you have the Western influence. You've born and brought up in Belgium and you stay in UK. How have you been connected to Indian music?
I think it's, we grew up outside of India. You guys must also all love the movies that we listen to, that we watch. I think that's one way of us to really connect back home to our culture and, see it through a film. And Bollywood is such a big deal. Obviously, a lot of music came through movies. Like I mentioned, the backdrop at home, they were always playing particularly Rajasthani music. And every time we would go to India, we were always exposed to this. And I always enjoyed going to India. And it was always such a big consumption of food, culture, music, art, so many things you're just hit with. And it just becomes a part of who you are.
Absolutely. And for this week's Off My Playlist song is this folk song, which has an electronic touch to it. And it's called Runak Junak by you. And it has over 485,000 views on YouTube. And it released just last month. Congratulations on firstly on the video and the song. It's turned out quite well. So if you could take us through the song, how did it all happen? When did you write this? And when did this whole concept of taking up a folk song altogether and a Rajasthani one, how did it all begin?
Well, first of all, thank you so much. It's been a surreal week just seeing how much people have given it love. So thank you so much for mentioning that. I think this journey has been a very special one, Vivek. It started about 1.5 years ago. I think, I was working on some music with some friends. And there is this person at Warner Music India who suggested, Kanika, why don't you write some songs in Marwari? Because I was starting to write songs in Hindi. And I was like, you know what, let me give it a try. And, without thinking much, it came out pretty seamlessly. I put together the verse and the chorus over just some piano chords. And I was like, okay, this is cool. This is a little bouncy. And then I let it be for a moment on the side. And then over time, when I met some more producers, some more people that I wanted to work with, I found this guy called Santosh Kori, who's also known as Why So Blue. Insane producer. Everyone must check him out if you don't know him yet. And I sent this over to him and I said, you know what, do your magic. And he came back to me me with the beats added, with the sarangi added. And I was like, you have done such an amazing job. Since then, we just worked together. I think the lockdown had hit. And so we were working virtually over sessions, over Zoom, over Discord, so many things just back and forth. And we couldn't have found something better than Warner Music India. So fast forward to now, the song is out and everyone's loving it. And we have a beautiful video to go with it as well.
Absolutely. And my last question to you would be the video, of course, would have been shot in the pandemic itself, right? And where was it shot entirely?
So the video was actually shot literally, I think, a month ago. And
Okay.
it was shot entirely in Rajasthan, in
Uh-huh.
this beautiful city of Pushkar.
The video has turned out to be amazing as well. So before I let you go, if you could just sing few lines of the song, that'll be amazing.
Of course, sure. पचरंगी लहरिया यूं उड़े उड़े जाए अलबेली मैं मतवाली सब देखें बोले हाय एकली मैं गाऊं मारो धुन नेक में झूम झूम ओ रौनक जौनक पायल बाजे रौनक जौनक पायल बाजे रौनक जौनक पायल बाजे रौनक जौनक पायल बाजे.
That was beautiful, Kanika. Thank you so much for being here. It was lovely having you right here on Radio 106.3 FM. And I wishing you all the success in your future as well.
Thank you so much, Vivek. Lovely speaking to you, and all my love to everyone in Qatar.